Well, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday evening, early evening. I know a little bit of a weird time, but I had to get this in when I could. Heading to a track meet here shortly, and it was probably really going to be like 10 o'clock before I get home. So figured we better get this in while we can. So this is our last Gold Rush Series 2, and then we'll be on to Series 3. I already got those in the house, so ready to go, ready to go. But thank you everybody for joining me. I appreciate it. We're going to give it just a minute or two, and then we'll get this party rolling here. I said I know it's kind of a weird time, so wouldn't be surprised if I don't have as many people around here. But let me go ahead and give everybody a tag just to see if we can help that. Everybody's having a good week so far. The weather's finally seems to be turned here. Feels like spring for real. Got some very warm weather, so it's great, especially since nonstop track and soccer outside. But something to do, right? All right, there we go. Gave everybody tags. We're going to give that just a minute, and then we will get this thing going. Oh, excuse me. Yep, getting closer. What, drafts a week from tonight? First round. So before you know it, there'll be mini camps, preseason. Not trying to wish the summer away, that's for sure. But it will roll. Always does. Always does. All right, I'm going to give it just one more minute, and we'll get started on the random. Baseball in the full swing, NBA playoffs starting, so plenty going on, that's for sure. I mean, college football, recruiting season, what, second wave of the transfer portal now, so let's see what else happens. I don't know. Everybody getting all upset about it. NIL and everything, man, it is what it is. There's no going back now, so cat's out of the bag. It's professional football, just at a different level. It'll be all right. Still be fun to watch. Still be fun to watch. All right, we got a few people here, and it seems like whenever I get going is when people show up. So we'll go ahead and get going. Let's see. So I think everybody here, John, again, I don't know. John Nisbet, you got a spot in the mini there. I'm not sure if you've been on one of my breaks before or not, but I always explain it anyways. So I've got the list from Facebook. I added numbers 1 through 16 to the names list, and then I got the teams that were not chosen. Got them loaded up at random.org here. We'll random that list 5 times, and then we will match it up against the list from Facebook to get everybody their second random team. All right, so that list from Facebook is spot 1, Nick Sirianni, Green Bay. David Litton got spots 2 and 3, took Dallas and Pittsburgh. Mark Shark on Philadelphia at 4. And then David Litton came back and got San Francisco at 5. Joey Gav grabbed his Buccaneers at spot 6. Bob Messer 7 and 8. He won those in the mini. He took Detroit and Kansas City. And then John took Houston, where he won a spot in the mini. And the last mini was Leonardo Nero. He took Tennessee at 10. Bob Messer came back and bought spots at 11, 12, and 13. Miami, Cincinnati, and Buffalo. We got Jim Shivers on the Raiders at 14. Joey Gav took New England. Still try to find that Brady elsewhere, right? At spot 15. And then David Litton closed us out on Minnesota. All right. So now let's take a look at the teams that were not chosen. Go ahead and do this thing. Let's see. I'm on autofocus. There we go. All right, so teams that were not chosen, we got Arizona, Atlanta, Baltimore, Carolina, Chicago, Cleveland, Denver, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, the Chargers, the Rams, New Orleans, the Giants, the Jets, Seattle, and Washington. 14, 15, and 16. All right. All right, so we'll run this 5 times, and then we'll match it up against the list I just read from Facebook. Good luck, everyone. There we go. All right, so the Rams up top at Indianapolis at 16 after 1. Seattle at 1 and Indianapolis at 16 after 2. Cleveland at 1 and New Orleans at 16 after 3. After 4, you've got Denver up top and Cleveland at 16. Fifth and final time. Good luck, everyone. All right, there we go. So spot 1, Nick, you get the Rams. David Litton 2 and 3, so you get Atlanta and Indianapolis. Mark the Shark at 4 on Arizona. David Litton 5, Baltimore. Joey Gav 6, Brownies. Bob Messer's got 7 and 8, so you get Seattle and Chicago. John at 9, you get the Chargers to go with the Texans. And Leonardo at 10, you get Carolina. Bob Messer 11, 12, 13, so New Orleans, the Giants, and the Jets. It's like still in alphabetical order there. Jim at 14, you get Denver. Joey at 15, the Commanders. And Jacksonville goes to David Litton at spot 16. Midday Fire, that's right. I know. I kind of like it. It's a little different, isn't it, Mr. Gerber? You're getting ready to leave on vacation, sir. I hope you have a great time. The weather's great. Eat yourself silly. Yeah. All right. Readjust this here. All right. Hit that list one more time. All right. Nick Sirianni, Green Bay and the Rams. David Litton, Dallas, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis. Mark the Shark, Philadelphia and Arizona. David Litton, San Francisco and Baltimore. Joey Gav, Tampa Bay and Cleveland. Bob Messer, Detroit, Seattle, Kansas City, and Chicago. John Nisbet, Houston and the Chargers. Leonardo Nera, Tennessee and Carolina. Bob Messer, Miami, New Orleans, Cincinnati, the Giants, Buffalo, and the Jets. Jim Shivers, the Raiders and the Broncos. Joey Gav, New England and Washington. And David Litton, Minnesota and Jacksonville. All right. Yeah, I bet you're stoked, man. I'm sure you will have a blast. All right, everybody. Gold Rush Series 2. So this is the last one, and we'll be on to Series 3. It's just released into last week. All right. Gold Rush Series 2. Whew. Sealed. All right. Speed replica odds are. Good luck, everyone. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay, we got to shoot. All right. If this is college and somebody that's not pro, I'll pull that laptop back out and we'll random that list 5 more times, and whichever team's up top, that person would get it. Because this is probably going to be a college. Now, it could be somebody that's pro. If that's the case, obviously it goes to their current team. But if it's not, they're a different one. But if it's not, like it's one of the Ohio State boys that hadn't signed yet or hadn't been drafted yet, because they were in the Authentic Series and we pulled one. All right, so let's see here. I know what the college team is. Yeah, this is really cool, but we're going to have to do a random. This is crazy. We pulled 2 of these. This is good, though, guys. This is really good. Somebody's going to be very happy with this. I think you can get where I'm going. You got the Texas Longhorns. And that is Mr. Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers from the Texas Longhorns. So, he's not coming out this year either. He's got another year. So, hang on, like I said, let me get the laptop back out. That's funny. They didn't used to do this, or as much. They didn't used to have helmets in there as much, or college helmets. But we got the Emeka Ibuka out of the Authentic Series. So, all right. Yeah, that's a very sweet helmet. You said, Dan, whoever gets that one is going to enjoy it. All right, so here we go, guys. Let me get this back out. So this is the exact same list. Haven't touched it. Zeroed in there. See, it's still at 5 times. So I'm going to run it 5 more times. So when it says that we have run it 10 times total, whatever team is at number 1, whoever got that team in the random will get the Quinn Ewers helmet. And again, that could be a big helmet. I mean, he's expected, he's a big-time recruit. All right, so here we go. 5 more times to find out who gets the Quinn Ewers. Good luck, everyone. There we go. There's 1, There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. So this will be the last time. It'll say 10 total. And whatever team's up top, whoever got them in the random will get the Quinn Ewers. Good luck, everyone. New Orleans Saints, which is Bob Messer, spot 11. Bob got New Orleans in the random. So congrats, sir. It's been a cold streak for you, sir. You always buy spots. It's been a minute. So got you back on the board today. So congrats to Bob Messer. Like I said, you have to bank that one for a minute, but that's awesome. I mean, I'll say this: if they're going to put college helmets and players in there, at least, I mean, they're going after the big ones. You know what I mean? Emeka Egbuka is going to be a high draft pick next year. Quinn Ewers obviously is going to be a high draft pick. So, yeah, that's awesome. It's a nice, clean. Like, I'm afraid to touch it. It's so white. I'm like, I don't even want to touch it. It's all pretty. But nice, clean Quinn Ewers, Texas Longhorn. So congrats to Bob at spot 11. Got New Orleans in the random, who came up in the random again. All right, everyone. That is all she wrote. So thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I appreciate it. Congrats again to Bob. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope to see y'all soon. That's right, Dan. That's what I mean. I'd hold on to that for a minute. Yes, sir. All right, everybody. Talk to everybody soon.